I had never been able to like chase her or like pick her up and carry her any sort of like extended distance. Now that she was bigger, it was very much like, okay, like I want to be a dad.
That dedication to daughter Ari and wife Randi motivated Stephen Graham to conquer a rare heart defect. Born with his heart in backward, Stephen survived surgery as a baby to correct a transposition of his great arteries. But by age 30, his heart was failing and he needed a transplant.
Really, like kind of simple things like that, just like going up and down the block would be a challenge. Yeah, it was scary. It was scary.
Stephen came to Mayo Clinic when his doctors said they could no longer help him. His declining heart damaged his lungs. He was facing the prospect of a complex heart and lung transplant.
If he didn't get the heart transplant, I think his prognosis would have been in months, basically. He did have pulmonary hypertension, but we thought that we might be able to reverse that and get him to a point where he would be fine with a heart transplant alone.
The transplant team proceeded with a regenerative intervention together with medication as a bridge to transplant. They inserted a mechanical balloon pump to boost Stephen's heart circulation and restore lung function.
And the balloon pump is essentially a second pump in the body, so it complements the heart's function in driving forward flow and really reduces the burden on a failing heart to work.
The standard way of implanting the balloon pump is through the leg, but that's grueling on patients who must remain bedbound their entire time with the pump. What really made the difference for Stephen is Mayo Clinic discovered a way of making it easier on patients by placing the pump through an artery in the arm, giving access to the descending aorta. That gave Stephen the flexibility to get up and move around with the balloon pump working inside. And he could tolerate it for a longer period of time.
Weeks and weeks rather than days. We could suddenly think about maybe truly reversing the lung pressures, regenerating the lung to a point where now he would again be able to qualify for heart transplant.
Time is what Stephen needed to reverse years of lung damage, but it came as a mixed blessing for his family.
I get the call that he's not going to be able to come home until a heart becomes available. And so then it became, oh man, when am I going to see you again? So yeah, it was so much grief.
Stephen resolved that it would be a short time until his family had him back. He turned his focus from waiting for a heart to getting in shape for a transplant.
That's when I was like, can I have a stationary bike? So I rode the stationary bike 10 miles a day. Because, if you're bedridden, you're just like your muscles aren't doing anything and they're going to atrophy and fall away.
After 2 months, Stephen's grit and determination paid off with the gift of a new heart. The exercise, medication, and balloon pump all contributed to a strong recovery. He was discharged from the hospital just 2 weeks after his heart transplant, in time for a double celebration, his daughter's birthday and the start of a new life.
Everything is a lot easier. Physically, I can do pretty much anything I want to do. I can pick her up and swing her around and chase her, things I literally could not do before.
The Grahams never lost hope this day would come. They credit faith, confidence in the medical team, and support of friends, family, and the hospital chaplain.
And as far as goals for the future, I just want to protect and nurture what I've been given and make sure that I am a worthy example